Finding good people to work with has always been the #1 problem for financial advisors, life insurance agents in the day. You know, a $27 million round table study said back in 1927 that the #1 problem was prospecting, and it's still the #1 question that I get asked pretty much every single day here as a coach for financial advisors some 90 years later. Many advisors want a list, or they want leads specifically. They want something they can actually work with. They want a list of names that they can work with. Now, I think there's a better way, and it's a way that never really runs out either, a way that never runs out. It's what I call the forgotten prospecting method. It's social mobility prospecting. Hey, whatever happened to social mobility prospecting? Back in the day, you know what? You were recruited for the people you knew, for your connections. That was part of the selection approach that we had in the day, and I think it sort of disappeared over the last 25 years or so, and it's just too bad. Now, what is social mobility prospecting? It's moving in social circles in your marketplace to be known to the right people, those people that you might want as prospects, as clients. And so it's moving in those circles. Now, the late icon David Cowper of Toronto used to say he wanted to be just one handshake away from anybody he wanted to know or work with in Toronto. Just one handshake away. You could say that's kind of like LinkedIn in person, which of course, that's pretty much what he was doing, wasn't it? Being only one handshake away from anybody. He knew everybody in that fashion. A top producer also years ago told me, he said that success in this business is determined by the number of people you know or the number of people you care to know. He said if you didn't know anyone and you didn't care to know anyone, well, you know what? You just couldn't be successful. You know what? And I say he was right. So here's the thing. Social mobility prospecting means getting in the way of potential business. It means being there when that stuff comes up. It means being a serious contender for your marketplace when the subject of your business comes up. It's about being known and getting known in your marketplace. That's what social mobility prospecting is all about. So how do you do this? Well, let's get back to basics, or as I like to say, being brilliant because of basics. Look, this business is all about connections, either the ones you have or the ones you make. So you want to be getting involved where your best prospects get involved, where they live, what they do, how they do it, all of those things. That's what you need to do. So what can you do? Well, here's a bunch of very simple things. And I can say that there was a day when advisors were very good at this. This is in fact what we did. For example, you were joining community service clubs, Rotary, Optimists, Lions, Kinsmen, Kiwanis, I don't know, whatever social clubs you've got. There's local, community clubs of that description. How about joining a volunteer board for some cause that matters to you, health, religious, whatever that might be? They need your help. They're looking for good people who understand business. Maybe it's joining your local chamber of commerce or board of trade or business improvement area. Maybe it's one of those. We need that kind of stuff. How about joining a golf club or a tennis club, a fishing club, I don't know, a hunting club? My brother is a trap shooter. There's a club for that. There's clubs for everything. But you need to be involved in those clubs. How about holding events like my pal, God rest him, Don Brown used to hold in Sudbury, Ontario for lawyers and CPAs every Christmas time. He just did it, just gave it away because he wanted to be socially mobile. He wanted to know and be known, and that's what he did. But wait, just understand something. Volunteering is not a license to hound people. It's not a license to hound people. You have to give to get, and you only get later. That's the way it absolutely works. And if you don't do it that way, this whole idea will work against you. If you become that guy, that gal, then you're going to be in big trouble, I promise you. So, social mobility prospecting means you have to be ready for social situations. That means you need your whole icon protocol ready to go. What's my inspiration to persist? What is the communication strategy I've got so that I can attract business? What is the organization that am I organized to support that? And do I make sure I'm doing the right numbers in that business, the right numeration? Am I doing that? So here's the deal. When you get involved in social mobility prospecting, you're going to attract and do a lot more business than you thought. And you know what? And things like do not call lists and anti-spam laws will have limited impact on you because, frankly, let's be honest, you're now calling friends and people that you know, and that's really pretty much excluded from most of those lists. So that's that. But you can make your own list when you do it this way. Social mobility prospecting. Don't forget about it. And hey, remember, share this with anyone you know who wants to become their best in the business. Also, please check out jimruta.com. And for more video like this, check out rutasrules.com as well. And I look forward to doing this again with you next week.